This is from Muzzer Perkins. G'day, fellas. My best mate and I on the rig partake in a cook-up in our offset smoker. On this occasion, we decided to try our hand at making jalapeno poppers. We sat down, carefully cut them in half, removed the seeds from these extremely fiery raw buggers while not wearing gloves. My mate then decided he needs a slash. He walks outside to have a slash in the garden, finished and packed himself away. I looked out the window, and within 10 steps, I noticed that he was walking like he'd just ridden a racehorse for 3 days straight. As he approached the house, he started to make noises that suggested something had gone horribly wrong. He managed to get into the house and started yelling obscenities. I said, "What's wrong?" He didn't reply and rapidly started taking off his jeans. This is when I realised what had happened, and I proceeded to start a laughing fit that extended through the next 2 hours. Not helping. Turns out, instead of just taking out his member for a leak, he also thought it was a great idea to cup his beanbag and take that out as well. This hot as hell jalapeno juice had begun to take its extremely painful yet hilarious toll. He stripped his bottom half completely naked and made a beeline for the shower, all while shouting, "Give me some milk!" Unfortunately for him, I didn't have any milk or any other form of dairy product in the house. Turns out, water only amplifies the pain. I asked him if he wanted me to call an ambulance, and he goes, "No! What the F am I? How am I going to explain what's happened?" He pulled himself together after another half hour or so and rejoined me. The burning eventually calmed down when he decided to put his jeans back on. He ditched the undies and slid his pants back on, only to realise that the jalapeno juice had seeped into the crotch of his jeans. So now not only he had a badly burnt meat and 2 veggies, but also was the proud owner of a smoking hot gooch as well. He rode out the second wave of pain and vowed never to touch jalapenos again. My stomach hurt for 3 days straight due to the best damn laugh that I had ever had. Interesting side note, he reckons he's now bald as a badger downstairs and the hair won't grow back. That's
Wow.
serious jelly.
A few months after giving birth, I was talked into a swimming trip with the family. My body hadn't quite bounced back like the celebs do, but at short notice, I had no options. So I dusted off the old cozzy, squeezed into that sucker. It was tighter than a cat's ass, I have to admit. But needs must. Needs must.
Needs must.
Off we go to the local pool, which included some fancy slides. Not being an adrenaline sort of person, it was a definite no to all of those hellholes from me. I should point out at this juncture, though, I am a mum of boys. It's a steep learning curve, and you guessed it, after much cajoling and ribbing from my sons and husband, of course, I was talked into it. What could go wrong? Hadn't I seen all the children enjoying the slides? You're a grown adult. Piece of piss. Dad's done it. He's way cooler than you, etc., etc., etc. Well, I wasn't having that, so I bravely climbed the steps of hell and lowered myself into the mouth of Satan. Nothing left to do but to go for it. I was having second thoughts. Then one of the little bastards gave me a shove in the kidneys, and off I went like a buttered otter.
Like a buttered otter.
I shot down that mother effer, scrambling to the sides of the tunnel, trying to get some sort of friction to slow myself down, but to no avail. I bombed out of the bottom of that tunnel like a high-speed land train into the plunge pool. I emerged from the water to see a lineup of my sons and my bastard husband all laughing at me. I went ballistic, which is very out of character for me because I'm actually quite a lady. But I saw red and let them have it. I swore several times, then my attention was diverted by the lifeguard frantically blowing his whistle and pointing at me. Long story short, I got removed from the pool and now have a lifetime ban. Apparently they frown upon offensive language in front of minors, but mainly they don't tolerate indecent exposure. The force of me entering the plunge pool in such a tight and old costume was similar to a car crash. The airbags deployed. I stood up with the watermelons out, the twins, Ant and Deck, the breasticles on full display. I was mortified. My boys thought I was pretty badass, though, for getting banned from a kid's swimming pool. So at least I bet Dad that day. Mum wins. All an eventful day.
Who's cooler now? I went on the I was talking about this the other day. I went on the hydroslide for the first time in ages at the local pools. Here's my advice. Don't go on it if you're over 100 kilos.
You find the part of the slide that's never seen water, and you just go whistling around the top.
You know what? They haven't checked the fiberglass above the waterline, above the normal track, for many, many years.
You think handling pink bats is rough on the body? Try it in a water slide as a fat bloke.